Welcome to the Creative Horizon series. Creativity is more than an artistic expression. It unlocks opportunities and as we overcome challenges. And creativity shape a fulfilling life. It leads into a fulfilling life. I can imagine it is an impact on somebody's career, personal development, and even his finances. I'll quote, for example, students. I've seen students who have been so creative at their level. One of them is actually with us on attachment. Yes, he is a student within his department, but he has been so creative to come up with a project that sustains him better than most of the students that are enrolled at Midland State University. And I'm so excited about it. He has been so creative about it. And you can see that his projects are growing. He is able to buy, he is even promoting one of the global brands, the Apple what? The Apple laptops, watches, and gadgets. And I thought that was a creativity at its high level. And that's an encouragement to somebody to say, you can be creative, you can be creative and be able to make money even at a level that you are a student. So I'm happy for you. And when you look at the personal development level, people become so creative around the challenges they face as they grow up. You can imagine what happens at teenage, young adults, getting married, all those phases, you can embrace creativity and still become a successful person and still face and go through those phases more creatively and successfully. And many of the youngsters fall off by the wayside and fail. Pregnancies, drugs of the day, the drugs are a problem, pregnancies are yet another, failing academically and failing in life due to different circumstances. All these are areas that affect our young people in particular. When we look at the corporate ladder, the work balance, it's yes another area which can be very challenging, but some people do it very well. You look at some CEOs who are doing very well, they're able to balance their family life, work life, spiritual life, finances is given. But the other areas are not, and can be very, very challenging. And as a result, I'm probing us all. If you are a CEO, if you are an entrepreneur, you have every reason to now say, am I able to balance my work, family life? If not, employ this art of creativity that we need, all of us. How do I do it? It could be necessary to engage a life coach. It could be necessary to engage some people who can sharpen and continue to share notes at another level as far as your level is concerned, and who can now help in jumpstarting the current position that you have. So, in other words, um, creativity is not for special people. It is just for us all. It's more about a mindset. You must be willing to think differently. We must be willing to take risks. We must be willing to embrace new experiences. And that defines creativity at another level. So, in other words, as life coaches, we are advised to say growth happens outside your comfort zone. Creativity challenges us into the unknown as we face new experiences. Now, you can imagine when you take up a post or as a CEO, you are now going into a new zone. you are going through new experiences, that you just need to be more creative as you manage, as you lead that organization, in the way your lifestyle, in the way you work balance issues, in the way you even plow back to the community. And that creativity is called for at that level as well. And I can also imagine, I'll talk I for one, when you look at retirement. When I went to NASA guys told me, thank you very much for coming through. Thank you very much for coming through. But are you aware that eight plus minus 80% of people who bring their papers with personally to our offices 1 year down the road, they may not be the same people bringing the certificate of existence. It could be somebody else, because many people fail to face the reality to go on retirement in their spiritual life, in their finances, in their physical life. They just fail. So, by being creative, we are saying there are people who retire at 60, who retire at 65, who move out at 70 or whatever age. They still move on for another 20, 30 years, because they become creative around. They capitalize on what they can do, they capitalize on their skills, and they even become more productive than what they were doing when they were full-time employed elsewhere. So we want now to encourage us all to be more creative. You can imagine, before retirement, for some of us, we started on farming, we started on life coaching, we started on consulting of some kind, but now it looks now a full-time job than ever before. And the value for time is now recognized. I recognize more for my value for my time, and this has made a lot of difference on sustainability and the growth beyond my former employer. I'm so excited about it. Now, from a life coaching perspective, if you have any challenges related to what I'm sharing, come forward. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk. And probe and encourage each other to be creative as we move on. Take note, creativity is a catalyst to transformation. It's something that you need to think about and say, what am I going to do about this situation? It leads to a more fulfilling life, and the creativity can fuel one's growth emotionally, spiritually, at even personal development level. Now, for more information, I just encourage you to what? Go visit our social media platforms, and we are there, and get more. Subscribe and move with us to another level. Thank you.